Hello and welcome to Minor League TV, your reality TV playback podcast. I'm Rachel.
I'm Maddie.
And we're the Reality Boys. And we've got our producer / coach, Chelsea, in the room with us tonight. Chelsea!
What's up?
What's up, Chelsea?
This season, we're breaking down Love Island UK Season 5.
And today, we are calling up Curtis Pritchard from the bullpen. But before we get into that, we've got a lot
to catch up on.
Exciting things to talk about, I'd say.
Yeah, I just got back from Italy.
Huge.
Yeah, big week. I was gone for 1 week, and it feels like I've been gone for 3 months.
Yeah, not enough. Some would say not enough.
No.
But I'm the kind of person who...
You're like, I wish you were gone longer.
Yeah, I loved having you away, personally. No, it's such a long time to travel for such a short amount of time there.
Dude, actually, that's crazy you bring that up, because I went to Italy last year, and I did just a straight flight, 12 hours to Rome. And it was like, obviously 12 hours, long time, but whatever, it was one flight. This time, the first way I had one layover. The way back, I had 2 layovers. Oh. And I was like, I lost 24 hours.
That's nuts.
It was so much travel.
So you had like 5.5 days in Italy.
Yes. I was like, I feel like crawling through the airport at LAX, being like, get me home.
Wait, can I ask, Maddie, are you saying legover?
No, layover.
Layover. Okay. From back here, I heard legover, and I was like, "Is that?"
Is that an illegal move on the pod?
No, well, I was like, "Is that the term?" And I've been saying it wrong.
Oh, Charles, I love that you always go, "Have I been doing it?"
Yeah, I was like, I must be saying it wrong.
Wait, Maddie,
because it's a leg of a flight.
I like this.
Oh,
sorry.
Man.
Do you want to cut
legover
that?
is
no. Leave it.
Leave it in. She just had to wipe some gloss off her teeth. We're on Love Island. We're glossing. Legover also makes sense, I'd say.
That's why I was like, oh.
Lego. Where were your layovers?
I wonder how I was saying it. Legover.
You were saying it in Italian. That's what Chelsea couldn't understand.
Legover.
Yeah.
You guys can't say it like that.
No, and I would. Do you speak any Italian?
No, I'm so bad at it. And I went to the nail salon with my mom and my aunt. I was there for a wedding.
That's so precious.
In Florence?
In Florence. So my aunt lives there, so she has her nail salon that she goes to. So we went, and I went into like a different room to get a manicure pedicure, and I did not know how to describe to them what I wanted. And I like had a picture, but she was like, I can't do exactly the picture. So then we had to like figure it out. And then like halfway through, I heard them speaking Spanish, and I was like, oh, you guys speak Spanish? And they were like, yeah, we're from Peru.
Whoa.
And I was like, okay. So then we started speaking Spanish, and I was like, wow, I really know 0 Italian because I don't know that much Spanish.
Sure.
But we could communicate so much better.
That's so
it
cool.
Was life-saving.
That's awesome. When I was in Italy once, I was with a friend who spoke fluent Spanish, and he would just speak in Spanish to whoever we were talking to, and they would respond in Italian, and they could like do enough to get by somehow.
Wait, really?
That's what I did in Portugal. I would just speak in Spanish and they would speak to me in Portuguese. And there's enough overlap that you're like, we're not like having deep philosophical conversations, but we can get to the point.
Portuguese is really hard for me to understand. I can read it because the words look similar to Spanish, but no, I can't read it. But
no. Like, I do read books in Portuguese, but
everyone send Rachel emails in Portuguese.
Please. My coworker brought in a book that she wrote, and I was like, "Oh, I can read the like 3 words in your tagline," and then the rest of it, I was like, "Hey, what's that? What's that word?" But you got your nails done in Italy, which is really cool. So unique. They're a beautiful square.
Yeah,
pink.
I always get like the Gel X, so it's like fake nails. I don't think that's done. I mean, maybe just not at this nail salon, but it was definitely like they were like, oh, okay.
Oh, they said you're ordering it American style.
And then I went back, and all my cousins and like my aunts were like, "Are those your nails?"
Oh,
they were like, "What did you get?" And then I looked at like what they got, and it was just like a gel like manicure, and I was like, oh, I did a lot. Oh. Whoops.
Man, European women are just so natural, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't need all this.
And Love Island really shows us that. How natural the Europeans are.
Yeah, well, and that's why they're not European. Brexit.
Oh, okay.
They're like, we need to be crazier.
Yeah, we need our fillers.
Also, a thing is that, so like we were going to a lot of dinners for the wedding, a lot of dressing up. And every time I would come down in an outfit, my mom would be like, you're so Hollywood.
What is?
It means slutty is what it means.
What happened?
I think anytime I was wearing like a low cut dress or something.
You're telling me the Italian women are not letting it all hang out?
Guess
in
not.
Italy, where there's famously no air conditioning?
Oh, I can't wait to start saying she's so Hollywood when she's slutty.
Yeah, me too.
My cousin was wearing a very like gorgeous dress for the rehearsal dinner, and it was just kind of like a triangle top with like a spaghetti strap, and then like full length. And my mom was like, I had been worried that I didn't have boob tape that my dress would like come out when I bent over. And my mom was like, oh, you'll be fine. And then we saw my cousin's dress and she was like, see, she's showing it all too. And I was like, showing what all?
Showing it all.
It all being her collarbone?
I love all 2 inches of your chest between breasts. Like what? Yeah, your shoulder, your whole shoulder.
Like, what are you talking about?
And what was she wearing?
My mom?
Yeah.
My mom and my sister have like really great style, but it's always like, they like high neck. Like it's leans more conservative.
You know what? I was going to say it does sound East Coast versus West Coast.
I think actually maybe you're right.
Sorry.
Like if you think about the outfits on Summer House,
yeah,
I feel like it's like long white pants and like
modest.
Yeah,
they're in their modest
Paige
clothes.
DeSorbo's style is not like
yeah.
They're in the Workus twins.
I was going to say they're Mormon
they're
Christians.
Yeah,
East Coast puritanical
through and through.
No, that's so true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Listeners at home, we were just singing Ashley Simpson's "You Make Me Wanna La La." Is that the full title?
It's just
of the
called
song?
La La.
La La. Ahead of this record, and Chelsea was talking about how insane the lyrics are. Chelsea, do you want to give us some of the lyrics again?
Well, it begins with, you can dress me up in diamonds.
Normal.
You can dress me up in dirt.
For some reason, I think in my head, I was like, pearls.
Dirt. You can throw me like a lineman.
Yeah.
I don't even know if linemen throw.
They must
I don't think they throw.
Heavy lifting.
I think linemen are like blocking. They're the line. So
you know what I was
she doesn't know
of?
what she's talking about.
A foreman.
Okay, well that's
like
different.
a welder.
Like a job?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she's talking about the football position.
She is.
And I think it's maybe she's just saying like he's a big enough guy that he can lift me and throw me.
Yeah.
Wait, a lineman is also a job. I think it's power lines. The line man, also not throwing.
No.
To be fair. So Ashley Simpson wrong across the board. Rachel right.
Yes, halfway there.
You can throw me like a foreman.
Yeah. I'll be welding where you want. Yeah.
I like it better when it hurts.
I like it better when it hurts.
Talk about a little Hollywood.
Yeah.
A little slutty lyric right there.
It's a little Hollywood.
That's so early 2000s.
Maddie was watching the Ashley Simpson show. You said I was watching it in 2019 when this album came out, and I wrongly computed that album came out in 2019. There's no way. Like,
no. The show had originally aired right after that album came out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure I watched it because it was on, but I don't remember tuning in.
I think that's how I'd felt about it before. I don't know why I watched it.
Because it was on. Because I'm sure it was after something on MTV that you really wanted to watch.
No, but like in 2019.
Oh, because it was on.
I went through a phase I was listening to a lot of Fall Out Boy then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You needed to revisit 14.
Yeah, exactly.
In a deep way. Oh, that's beautiful.
What year do you think that album came out?
2000. Don't tell me. 2004.
Yes.
Nice.
Correct, both of you.
Yes. Stolen Valor.
Wow. And she was married to the guy from Fall Out Boy. Is that why you made the connection?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maddie's like, I don't know why. I don't know why I would want to go watch
Not
the Ashley
anymore.
Simpson show. No, good for them.
Divorced.
Yeah, get divorced.
No, I think Ashley Simpson's show came first, and then
And then you were like,
was like,
I feel bad for him.
Fall Out Boy.
Justice for whatever his name may be.
We're talking about Pete Wentz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I'm thinking of the right thing, right?
I'm not. Yeah. I'm just thinking of men with eyeliner, generally.
Because she starts dating, or she films a music video with him on the show, but she's dating Ryan Cabrera. Do you remember him?
Oh, I do remember him. Yeah. Wow. Ugh. He's someone who I think, something you said on the pod recently, Maddie, where you were like, it's what we're told we like as a teen, where you're like, I love his abs. And then as an adult, you're like, I don't need that. He was someone that I was like, I guess you're supposed to be the archetype of dude that I think is really hot.
Totally.
And never in my life now.
Do you remember his hair?
It's the first thing I thought of. It's his multicolor hair.
And like spiked.
Yeah, like fully pitched, I want to say.
Yeah. Did you guys hear the Kelly Clarkson hairdo is coming back, they say? Those thick, chunky highlights.
I could see it.
Ryan Cabrera feels like the boy version of that.
I feel like
hairstyle.
Alyssa Liu's hairstyle allowed it to happen in horizontal manner, and why not bring it back?
She looks
vertically?
so cool.
No, she does. She does it. She did it alt style.
Yeah,
and now all the normies are gonna do it normie style.
Hollywood style.
Probably Hollywood style.
I'm not gonna be able to stop saying that.
Good. Welcome into the vernacular. Speaking of someone who does it Hollywood style, should we dive into today's app?
Let's do it.
All right. We are calling up again Mr. Curtis Pritchard from the bullpen. Let's cut here.
Okay.
One thing I think this is going to make noise when you set it down. You want to, I can grab something.
I can. Yeah. Sorry.
Like a soft coaster.
I love to use these little bags for
a lot of pouches.
A lot of pouches. Emerging from the gooch.
Emerging from the gooch. I wish we could title this episode that. Such a good episode title.
We'll caption the Instagram that.
Oh yeah. All right, now I gotta fix this again really quick.
Thank you for this.
Of course. Fuck it, we're rolling. Do you want to intro the idea?
Yeah.
Framing? Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Do you want us to? Yeah.
So we're gonna say we're gonna be focusing on Curtis this episode, and kind of talking about the idea of masculinity in the show and how he kind of represents that, and also how that fits into our ideas of masculinity.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Do you want to clap?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
We're going to be talking about Curtis Pritchard, famously a ballroom dancer. And we're going to be framing the episode around masculinity, the idea of masculinity on the show, how he kind of represents that and or goes against that, and sort of how it also reflects like the culture's idea of masculinity and our ideas of masculinity, and how it fits into that, if it fits into that.
Yeah, we're going to be ranking every boy on a scale of 1 to 10, mask or not.
Yeah.
I actually wish that's what we did.
I wish.
And they all get zeros from me.
We're going negatives, baby.
Yeah. We're doing full scale, 10 up, 10 down. What I think is so interesting about this, because we're on a dating show, right? And because it's like single people, and what does everyone look for in a partner, and like what are the values that they're looking for a partner to bring? Like so much of Love Island is like, I'm looking for wife to my wife. I keep wanting to say wife to my kids. I keep wanting to say
mother for my kids.
Mother to my kids.
Yeah.
But I keep wanting to say wife to my children.
You're a freak.
I'm hoping for mother boys, apparently.
Deranged.
Yeah, deranged. Not okay. I'm looking for my future wife. I'm looking
for someone who's mommy and wife.
Yeah, I'm looking for my Madonna whore complex. And the same way that guys are looking for that, women are like, I'm looking for a manly man, a real man. And what does that mean when we look at all of these men who come onto Love Island?
Yeah. And I don't think, I was trying to find a time when the girls kind of explain what they're meaning by a manly man. I think the closest I got to it was like Lucy explains the type of guy she's looking for, which is just surfer.
And that's a type.
Yeah. Which I don't know if I would call that a man, but I guess we'll get to that also.
You're calling him an athlete.
Well, yeah. When they're saying a man, are they saying like man versus boy, or man as in a gentleman?
Man as in someone who pays for you?
Yes.
Because he's an adult with money?
What constitutes a manly man?
Yeah.
Man is not a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Man is not a woman. I think this leans more into looks, but they always say tall, dark, handsome. And like, those aren't traits, you know, really about a partner that you want to need.
Yeah, that's not sort of like what I think would ultimately be the deciding factor in if you're going to end up with someone.
Yeah. Like, do you want someone who's like polite?
It also barely even tells you what you're looking for in looks, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because when they say dark, they literally just mean like
Tan.
brown hair and a little bit tan. Yeah.
They mean Tommy Fury.
They don't mean Ovi, who is tall, dark, and
Yeah.
handsome.
Yeah, quite literally.
And actually, maybe I just realized he might be the only one I would say is a manly man on the show.
Wow.
Oh, he's a manly
Yeah.
man.
In
That's
like looks, in behavior.
Flipping off the damn couch over here.
That was very Hollywood of you, Chelsea.
Yeah, very Hollywood. Coach Chelsea slipping. I think that Mike is quite manly. He's a firefighter.
Mike?
Yeah.
Michael?
Michael.
Well, you have done this now 2 episodes, abbreviated Michael to Mike.
You guys go by Michael?
I think you only went by Michael.
Yeah.
But you
He's
guys,
Mike to me.
you had a special bond, you and Mike.
We got close and personal.
So you like Michael?
I like Michael.
Like Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I think on the rewatch toward the end, I did not like him anymore. But initially, to me, he read as someone who was that's a manly man. He's a firefighter. He's peak performing what masculinity is in my mind.
Okay.
He's also huge. Even though he's small.
Yeah. He's huge but small.
Yeah.
Okay, what you just said, I think is kind of the crux of how I feel, which is that I don't think of any of these guys as like what I would consider manly in my head, but I do think they are all performing masculinity.
Sure.
In like what they think is a masculine guy, which then I think is different than what a lot of girls think is a masculine guy.
Yeah.
So I think, do you want to talk about like what we think the guys think is masculine versus what we think the girls are describing?
Yes.
Okay. Because I think Michael fits into more the girls' version.
Okay. Female gaze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the girls on Love Island.
Yeah.
But I feel like the guys, I mean, okay, so there's a moment when they read something about Curtis being a manly man in like the headlines game later on.
Yeah.
And I think at first he doesn't read it as sarcastic, but they're like, they put like manly in quotes when they're like, Maura was looking for a manly man. And Curtis goes, wow, am I manly? And all the guys are like, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, you're manly. And then later Maura's like, she understands that it was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do the guys think that Curtis is a manly guy?
I think they think he works out with them.
You think that, that defines
manly? I
manly?
think because Curtis came in, because of the status that Curtis had, like established at the beginning of his journey in Love Island, which we can go through like both of this and his arc maybe, because he came in as a bombshell and coupled up with Amy, and they were like pretty solid from the start, right? And so I think it established him as like, you're elder, you're wise. Like, and I think in that people were like, maybe not that it's masculine, but there is a level of like respect as a dude that you've come in, you've coupled up, you seem super rock solid. And therefore we have to respect you because you've found partner and you've like not settled, but like you're in this coupleship, half relationship pretty immediately.
Okay. Yes.
And I think that establishes dominance.
Yeah, because I think I did get that. I feel like all the guys would go to Curtis for advice.
Yes.
You wrote, he's the wise sage.
He's the wise. And like they only decide that because, well, like I think Curtis likes to talk to people and he's always asking them and like giving advice. And so then I think when him and Amy couple up, they're like mom and dad of the villa.
Right.
De facto.
And dad is the ultimate manly man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, I think the boys do see him as a manly man. But then in general, I think the boys like, they all are very manicured. They all take care of themselves. They
I was
all
going to say,
wax their chests,
and,
I think.
And that's very normalized for them
Yeah.
too, which I think is interesting to be on a show and to be showing that like the grooming habits that you have like that at that level, which I think is much more than your average, certainly American man.
Yes. And I feel like to them that indicates like I'm a put together adult who takes care of myself. Right. I care about my looks. I think that to them is presenting as like I have my life together.
Yeah. And none of them, I don't remember any conversation that any of the dudes had that made them be like, and that's what makes you weak and a loser and this and that. Like they really don't come for each other. Even Ovi and Jordan after the recoupling are pretty like cool about shit. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, none of their grooming habits come into question except for Anton. Except for Anton.
But not with the guys.
No, with the girls. The girls go, your mom shaves your asshole.
Yeah. And the first thing Amber says when she sees him, they're like, why didn't you step out for him? And she's like, do you shave your legs?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, of course.
I couldn't.
No. And I love that she noticed it right away.
Yeah. And she went, no, thanks.
Yeah. So I do. Yeah. In that sense, it's like the girls, the things that the guys are doing, thinking that that'll present well to girls, like the girls are not into.
It's funny too, because the guys, like their group dynamic is just like, are we working out together? Are we sitting together and talking? Like in terms of like, what do the men think are manly on the show? We don't actually see or like hear a lot of that as much as there is like the girls not necessarily performing their femininity, but like how they treat each other, their interpersonal dynamics, right? Being a girl's girl. I wouldn't do that to you, quote unquote, like stuff like that.
I think, okay. Yeah, I think maybe with the girls and the guys, but with the guys, I think a big part of to them also being a man is not letting yourself be disrespected by a woman, having control over the women.
Yeah.
And all the women care about is like, can you be nice to me is basically what I'm trying to say. But like the women, to them, what's masculine is just like being kind and respectful and like a gentleman.
Right.
And I think
Decency.
they're going to care less. Yeah. A woman's not going to be like, oh, you let me walk all over you, so you're not a man.
Yeah.
Although maybe that's not true. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I could see, no, I don't know that I have anything insightful to add, to be honest.
No, that's okay.
But what I was going to say, what you were talking about with like the men supporting each other for being like, no, and I need to like speak up on how I feel and like act on these things. I think that's also where Curtis gained even more respect during Casa Amor, when he's like, I think I'm having feelings for this other person in Casa Amor, and like something's actually missing with Amy, and I didn't realize it until right now that she's gone. And I think it gave all the other guys a chance to be like, oh, you rally around us, like let us also rally around you.
Yeah.
Wise one. You have to follow your feelings and like do this thing.
Yeah, you have to follow your heart and like look out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So I think that
yes.
is like what you're saying.
That's what yes, exactly.
As well.
And they're all going to be supportive of that because they're like, you know, you have to like be true to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And then after that, when he gets with Maura, like, you know, later Curtis gets with Maura and everyone's like, oh no, we're really happy that you like saw this through, you know, like he gets his full arc of like, not necessarily that he's like not masculine, but I think that him like following his heart and being true to himself is like cool to everyone. I think us as viewers are the ones who have to grapple with like, do we think he's masculine? Do we think he's a manly man or not?
Yeah. I think to them, he is, if he's like being true and like standing up for himself, standing up for what he wants to do.
Yeah. And he's kissing, right?
Yeah, true. He's getting some. Him and Maura?
Yeah.
Yeah. And him and Amy.
And him and Amy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's manly? Kissing.
Kissing. And I think too, Curtis played everything very respectfully, I felt.
Yes, I would say, because then Michael did the same thing, but just did it. He did it respectfully,
sloppy style. Yeah.
And that was my big problem. Like I really was like, I think it was kind of lame what Curtis did, because when I first heard that was going to happen, I like had it spoiled, but I was like, assumed that he had a connection with the girl. And turns out, no, he just like on site was like, I'll leave with you.
You know what? That's a great point, because I think watching it back, I was like, what is wrong with what he did?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I guess I was just like, I thought it would be for someone that he actually had a connection with.
And not just that, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, wait a minute, you're hot?
Yeah. And he was like, wait, I'm physically attracted
Yeah,
to
wait,
you?
I can be attracted to my half-girlfriend?
But then he did play it really nicely, and I think he did everything as he should have. Like,
Yeah.
It was going to hurt her no matter what.
Right. And even, but like with Maura and Francesca, like navigating that, I thought he did a really good job too.
Oh, yeah.
Try, you know, when it's like, who are you
Yeah.
going to pick? And he's like, I'm going to sleep outside. Like, I think this is what's best. Like,
Yeah. When Maura's like, you don't think it hurts me that you're staying with her? And he's like, okay, I won't anymore.
yeah. So I think in like you're saying, Maddie, being respectful is potentially manly.
Yes. And I wonder, okay, so then that brings us to like what the girls think is manly. And I do think when Maura is saying like, oh, Curtis is so manly, I think she means like a gentleman.
Yeah.
I think
She
that
means
is,
he was born in 1950. He understands salsa and manners.
I wonder if it's like, do you think it's a British salsa and manners? For a second, I was like, salsa? Like the dip?
Delicious.
Give me one margarita and I'll soft my leg.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like, do you think it's a British versus English thing of saying like manly and not necessarily meaning physically?
I think it's a person by person case.
Okay.
Honestly, because I think in my friend group, we have this discussion a lot about like what kind of
really?
men we're attracted to and like what traits we want in men.
Okay, what treats you want?
Traits.
Oh,
I want all the treats.
Yeah, traits and treats. For example, Chelsea.
I'm about to get called out.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
For example, Chelsea for a long time didn't want to date someone who owned a journal. She thought that that was not masculine. However, she's now come around to the idea that men are allowed to read and write. So she's open to dating someone who has a journal.
we don't want them reading. We don't want them writing.
No.
We don't want them unionizing.
And we don't. She is a true capitalist.
Extra.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I had an epiphany recently, and I'm men. If you journal, it's okay.
She rolled her eyes when
You can
she said
text me.
it. You can text her. But it was such an announcement that I jaw on the floor, because this has been a long-standing rule for Chelsea.
It was like a ting
Wow.
ting ting. I have an
ting, ting, I
announcement.
have an announcement.
Big time.
Like, how do you feel if a man journals?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, that's like hand in hand with going to therapy.
Yeah.
It's like, I appreciate that you are finding an outlet for your feelings, whatever that may be.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some things also that like, you know, it's good to just get out, but you don't necessarily need to be telling people.
Right.
Right.
You don't need to be telling people if you're a professional ballroom dancer. I'm like, okay, now you find out he's a professional ballroom dancer.
Like maybe if Curtis journaled, he could have just been like, you know, oh, I find this woman attractive, but ultimately we actually don't know each other. And then he wouldn't have caused a whole stir.
That's why they don't allow pens in the villa.
Like that could have just been a journal thought.
Sure.
Wait, that is probably why they don't allow pens.
Yeah.
If everyone was journaling, the show would be so much less interesting.
You have to think out loud.
Yeah.
On reality
Wow.
TV.
Yeah.
That's not a quote from me. That's from Miss Lisa Rinna.
Really?
Yes, from her book. She said, the producer said, think out loud. And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because we want to know what's going on in
Yeah.
your mind.
You just have to say every word you know.
You start reciting the ABCs.
Where were we?
We were talking about what women think, what the women on the show
Oh,
think
yeah.
are manly.
Okay, so wait. What do you, when you think of a manly guy, do you have like a celebrity or like public figure that you would be like, oh, that's kind of what I would think of as manly?
John Hamm.
Oh, great answer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mostly huge hog.
Yeah.
No.
Extra.
It's been so long since she's seen the soundboard. Yeah.
Because I was thinking of it and I was like, I asked Brent, and he was like, probably Burt Reynolds. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh,
prototype John Hamm.
yeah. Tom Selleck for me.
Oh yeah.
Tom Selleck, ultimate. And I was like, I think it all comes down to hair.
Yeah.
He's hairy.
Yeah.
He's a hairy guy.
You like a hairy guy.
A hairy guy.
But see, this is the thing. I think this is why I'm like, I think it's preference.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But I mean, I'm not mad at a hairy guy.
But okay, I think you can have a preference in your taste, but you can. I feel like maybe I would say like, if your taste is like
whack as fuck.
Yeah. Are you gonna say, or would you just be like, oh no, I don't like a manly guy, right? Like your taste is something else.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, oh, my taste finds this manly. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I have friends who will say they do not like manly men. Like that's not their type. I have a dear friend who's like, her type is like a man that could also pass as a butch lesbian.
Okay.
And that's like what she wants. She wants you smooth, hairless, smaller. Like she's like, butch lesbian is her vibe.
The butcher smooth?
A woman, just smoother than a man, right? Like
smoother skinned.
Yeah, smoother skinned. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, she wants some like. So it's like I think there are some women who are like, my type is not manly men.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like
I guess I also don't actually know how I'm defining. Like it's hard for me to be like, I want a manly man. I'm like Bradley Thorin on TikTok is a manly man to me.
Who is that?
He's chopping wood. He's the guy who chops. He moans while he chops wood.
Do you just mean strong?
I think I might mean strong.
And is that what they mean?
And I think that's why I like Michael so much because he's
So
jacked.
strong.
He is jacked, but aren't they all jacked?
They're all strong.
Like Anton is strong,
but that's what they all
but
call
I don't
each
think
other.
Anton
manly.
is manly at all.
I don't think he's manly at all.
But they consider him manly.
Do they?
Allegedly.
I think the boys would never call any of them not manly because they're all bros
Yeah.
with each
If
other.
they beefed more, they
Yes.
would have.
But they don't.
But they didn't,
Yeah.
I feel.
On other seasons, do the boys beef?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fun.
They throw words. Last season, some guy called another guy a fucking lanky lamppost. Yeah. And he, to be fair, he sucked. Ben, if you're listening, you suck.
And Ben from Summer House, you suck.
And yeah, every Ben.
So, yeah.
Every Ben with an
All the
accent
Bens.
on watch. But yeah, he goes, fucking lanky lamppost. And then that was like a bit for a while. That he had to
that's funny.
apologize for.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But I'm like, the men this season didn't really go after each other. We had a pretty friendly
Yeah.
cast between the dudes.
I also feel like a part of also them is like they want to seem like the cool, like level-headed,
Yeah.
not lose my shit.
It's
type
the
guy.
performance of the
Yes.
show is being like, how cool can I be about
Oh,
all of this?
Totally.
Yeah. And I don't actually know that the men were like sweating as much as the women were this season in terms of like recoupling or question marks around that.
Yeah. There were fewer love triangles with two women.
Yeah.
I mean, two men.
dudes.
Yeah.
My dream.
And dream date. Cute.
But we did get some really good like male friendships
Yeah.
from this season, which I think every season everyone's always like, we love these two boys to get just boys being boys. Like, it's funny to me how celebrated male friendship is on this show. And yet there's allegedly a male loneliness epidemic where I'm like, we have proof that men can be friends
And quick.
and quick. Go out there and do it.
They're not discerning at all.
Wax your chests together.
No, a lot of these guys suck.
Yeah. So what's your problem?
Even when Curtis like goes and tells what's his name, Jordan, to leave Anna for India. They're like the only thing that someone says is like, so what was your thought process there?
Just great question.
Yeah.
I'd love to know.
And then Tommy's like, hey, I don't know if that was the right call. And then Curtis is like, well, here's why I thought it was. And Tommy's like, okay.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, good
good
for
on
you.
ya.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was so funny in that moment too, because I'm like, everyone's just so used to going to Curtis to being like,
Yeah.
what do I do? And it's like, from the man who said, I need to follow my heart, I need to go tell this woman that I like her just by looking at her, comes, go tell this other lady that you think she's hot, even though you've had a girlfriend for 2 days.
From the man that brought you.
Of course he's going to say that.
Yeah. I feel like maybe even he knew it was a bad idea, but he was sort of like, well, I already stood by this when I did it.
Yeah.
So
And he's, again, when Curtis does this, he's like, I have to follow my heart. I have to be true to myself. This is the premise of the show.
this is true.
So
Yeah.
did Jordan fuck up by doing that?
He fucked up once again in the way he did it.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was all about the way he
Yeah,
did it.
Both him and Michael, when they did it, they're like, hey, I want to explore stuff with this other girl, and then immediately start being mad at the original girl they were with.
Yeah.
Why are you mad at them? Why was Michael mad at Amber?
Because he wanted to do a Danny. He wanted to find a way out of the situation, and he wanted to be like, you're not serving me in this way. You're not doing this right. You're not doing that right. And that's why I had to go look somewhere else.
But the real issue too is that Jordan had just asked Anna to be his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He is pulling, sorry to bring in Summerhouse, Amanda going, I'm single. And it's like, no, bitch, you're dating West.
Yeah.
It's like Jordan's like, I'm supposed to follow my heart on this show. It's like, no, you already asked someone to be your girlfriend. You already got the goal of the show.
You've allegedly followed your heart.
And you got the outcome, right? Of like finding love.
Yeah. And he was so happy.
He was like, I really think I did it, guys. And all the boys are like, yeah, let's do a whole thing where you ask her. And then two days.
And one of those days,
Mr.
they probably couldn't even talk because of the way they film. So it's literally like one day on, one day off. He only talked to her one day.
And then like one day later, all of a sudden he's like an angsty teenager. He's like, why are you even talking? You're bothering me.
Yeah.
Anna, leave me alone. And she's like, what?
It is interesting because we do get to watch a bit of Anna's thought process when she's like Ovi or Jordan, but I ultimately click with Jordan better. And she, at the beginning, of course, because you're like, I don't know, he's younger than me, but he's so mature and he's so this and that. Cut to, baby, he was not mature at all.
No.
That was not a
That was
manly man at all.
crazy. That was crazy.
Would you consider Jordan to be a manly man?
No. Because of the
Because-
way he acted.
Yeah. But
Like, I
before
think
that-
if I saw him, like when on site, I was like, oh, he's really cute and
Yeah.
handsome. But
For a
then,
boy.
yeah, he acted like a boy.
Yeah.
And that makes you not manly.
Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury to me came off as pretty, like, as far as the guys on the show go,
Yeah.
manly, because I think of the way he like behaved and the way he stuck with Molly and like stuck with his decisions.
Yeah. He's also someone who I think handled the Maura Molly May situation very well.
Yeah, and the Lucy
And the Lucy
situation.
Oh, one correction I would like to posit. The other week when we were talking about, I was saying that Lucy being like, I'm not a girl's girl and crying. She just wanted to hang out with the boys. And Chelsea had said, well, it turns out that she ended up having a big crush on Tommy anyway. I don't think she really had a crush on Tommy. I think she was just bored. I think she was just bored in the villa at that point.
Okay.
I don't think I agree.
Okay.
But I respect your hypothesis.
Thank you.
I guess I would maybe argue somewhere in the middle where I think she really liked him as a person. And I think maybe a conversation with one of the girls got in her head of like, well, maybe you're supposed to, like, maybe there's something more there that you should explore.
Yeah.
So I don't think she would have done anything without encouragement.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone has my back. I think one thing we should do is maybe zoom out a little bit because we're thinking about being in the villa with everyone and looking around and being like, who's manly, who's not. I think the reason this question came up for us, or like this kind of framing for Curtis came up because as viewers are at home watching this season, everyone is screaming at their television being like, Curtis is he's camp. Like they just keep being like, no, like, what are you doing? No one likes him. And not no one likes him, but everyone's
likes
him. Well, no one
but
like,
yeah.
kind of, in a way.
I did and then I didn't.
They're dunking on his ass from, beyond.
Sounds like after they die.
From beyond the villa. And like really the thing is that we're just watching him going all the time and everyone's like, ugh. And meanwhile, Maura's like, I love that. I love that about you. Teach me how to dance.
I would argue that Maura was just bored.
What? Whoa.
Hello.
She keeps being like, he's so manly, he's so manly. I think she's forcing it.
Really?
Rewatching to talk about this episode. I didn't necessarily think that when I first watched it. But once they got together, I just feel like she got the ick. I think she wanted the chase. I think she was like, oh, I can get Curtis, the guy that everyone likes.
Really? Because she was so disappointed the night that they wouldn't hook up.
She was just horny.
Yeah, I think she's horny.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's
Who
using
amongst us has not?
She's using him for his body.
Yeah.
For his professional ballroom body.
She said those hips.
Yeah.
They tell no lies.
Wow. All right. I mean, that's why everyone was making fun of her for calling him manly all the time. Because everyone was like, ma'am, this person is not manly at all.
Yeah.
From the outside.
Yeah. But yeah, so everyone's yelling at the TV being like, no, he's not.
Yeah. And that's the Sun, the paper calls him also quote unquote manly. And like that's what they read from the Twitter challenge.
Yes.
And
I wrote down that quote.
That it's only after that point that Curtis is like, wait, am I manly or not? Like it starts to get in his head. And it's interesting to be like, not to be like, you haven't questioned this your whole life. You don't really need to. But it's the sad thing about this game and the fun thing about this game that it makes them be like, wait, what? And there's a scene of Maura and Curtis dancing and she like stops and is like, oh, sorry, just me dancing with my manly man.
Yeah. What vibe did you get from that?
That
was
she
making fun of him or was she embarrassed?
Embarrassed, it felt to me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you read?
I felt like she maybe embarrassed because she saw what the world was seeing, but I felt like for herself, she genuinely was attracted to him, like, and thought he was manly in the way she was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever like been? I'm sure. Well, I hope. Have you guys ever been into a guy and like before anything happens, you're like, oh, like I have a little crush on him, and then once you like hang out, hook up a few times, you're like, wait, actually, I don't know what I was seeing before. I don't know if it was like, you get the ick.
Yeah.
Yes, Maddie.
Yeah. Sorry.
Of course we have.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you trying to bring up our traumas? How many hangouts are you talking
ever
about?
Dated before?
Yeah.
We're talking about 57 hangouts.
Yeah.
And then you went, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Once or twice. Once or twice. It is always the saddest when you're like texting someone from an app or something and you're like, ooh, can't wait to meet up. And then you meet them and you're like, ha, actually, I'm okay.
One time, Maddie, I don't know if we've told you this story. Rachel watched this happen to me. I didn't even hook up with this person or get to like go out with them, but I had this like long distance crush on this person for years. Like didn't know them well, but would see them around and just was like, oh my God, they're so hot. Oh my God, I have such a crush on them. We end up at a party together. I'm like kind of sad because I had started dating somebody else who was also at this party. And I was like, fuck, the one time we're at a party together with my big crush. And then Rachel, whatever, we're hanging out. And then throughout the night, we end up in the same room as him and he starts doing something. And Rachel said she looked at me. It gave me the ick so hard that she was like, I watched the crush drain out of your body. Like as though like you were losing it left.
It was really
escaped
sad.
in a way.
You looked like you wanted to cry.
Because it was so fun to have that crush.
I know.
And then I got the ick so bad. And then later that night, he like cornered me to like talk to me for a minute. And I was like, 1 hour ago, this would have been my dream. And now I gotta go.
Yeah.
So yes, been there. You think that happened to Maura?
Yes, I do. Where like it was like the anticipation and like, oh my gosh, like maybe me and Curtis and we've been friends. And then like even when you're friends with them, it could be like, oh yeah, we really get along. Like I like him. But then the minute there's like more pressure on it, it's like, wait. I actually don't want this for myself. And I just want to be friends. And
Yeah.
I
take it back.
I feel like she was like, wait, I take it all back. I don't want you to be dancing towards me like that. Please stop salsaing at me.
Honey, I'm home. Yeah. How alarming. No, very alarming.
But I think he's like nice enough that she like was like, I'll see it through. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they dated for a handful of months outside the villa. And now,
I can't believe that.
I think what's interesting now is that Curtis has gone back on Love Island All Stars multiple times.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's his deal?
He's looking for love. I don't know.
That's what it is.
I don't know. He's got a new haircut. He's trotting around.
Yep.
He's done dancing. He's boxing.
He's boxing.
I think should we double back to the bromances on the show?
I think Curtis is gay.
We're leaving it in.
Okay,
We're leaving it in.
That's so good.
But Curtis did so. Like after the show airs, Curtis does like get interviewed, and they're like, "Would you ever date a man? Would you ever?" And he's like, "I don't believe in putting labels on anything. Like I would date whoever I would date." And so everyone's like, "So you are Kemp?" And they keep calling him Kemp, and it's like, guys, what are we Kemp? Like again,
they're being Kemp.
50s Hollywood. Yes, it's like okay, so you want a beard, got it. But I feel like everyone thinks it's this big like gotcha moment where it's like, Maura, aren't you humiliated? And I'm sure Maura's like, I probably wanted to date someone a little bit gay. I've also been with women.
Oh, yeah.
You know, not a problem.
No.
But Curtis and Tommy do have a really sweet bromance on the show, which I feel every season we get one bromance that people are like, I love the bros together. Love the bros hanging out. Curtis and Tommy, kiss on the mouth.
They do. And I think that's a thing with guys that I've known also, to be like, we're comfortable in our sexuality and like we can kiss on the mouth and it doesn't mean anything.
Americans?
Kiss on the mouth feels like next level.
I love it.
I've seen it.
You've seen
Hell
it.
yeah. I've seen it in the movies.
Two guys kissing.
Oh my God. Do you have male friends who have kissed each other on the mouth?
Yes.
Nice.
Like, not recently. This was more like when we were younger, like these guys' age.
Oh, okay.
Like in college, and it's like it was very bro-y. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
It was haha.
It wasn't like, oh, we're experimenting. It was just like, haha, see, like we're so straight. Like we can kiss our friends.
Kyle and Carl.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exhibit A and B.
Yeah.
And I loved that. I love that they
Yeah.
kissed.
But like, what's the deal?
Oh, it's not manly.
Yeah.
Tommy Curtis kissed to me. The only wild thing about it is that it was for hee hee ha ha. I'm not questioning anyone's sexuality, but it was done on the terrace, which is where everyone goes to have like their most intimate first kiss.
Which they did.
And nobody was around. Like the cameraman, yes, but it was not. I could see it different if it's like in front of the whole all the islanders and you're like, we love each other, mwah. But all their intimate moments do happen alone because it's also he gives them the massage privately in the room as well.
They need
Which
their
is fine.
time.
Great.
They need their time.
And I love that. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Next time I give my friend a massage, I'm just going to pull my shirt off.
It is so funny to be like, hold on 1 minute. Let me take my top off.
Yeah.
Did he take his shirt off to do the massage, or was his shirt already off?
I don't know.
I think his shirt was already
I would just
off.
assume all their shirts were already
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
If I'm going to straddle my friend, I think I might put my shirt on. But that's me. I'm a prude.
Yeah. You are a prude. That's
not
the
a
problem.
prude.
You are a prude. This is part of the problem in having this conversation. Inherent bias.
I can't be a prude and the one most likely to have an OnlyFans for my feet, Rachel. You have to pick.
That's the most prude part. Just the tootsies.
There.
Rachel would be doing it fully under a sheet.
Yeah, right. I'm like, you have to guess what's happening. But I think their friendship was very sweet, even if they kissed on the mouth.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I think I would like if I dated a guy who was comfortable enough to kiss his man friend on the mouth when needed.
Great.
I don't know if I would like that.
Brent gives Jack a little kiss.
In what context?
In a we're
Like when they're alone in the apartment?
Yes, they're
Before
on the
bed.
terrace alone
Before
and you're
bed.
all the way in a different room.
I don't know.
Then
You know
probably
what?
not.
I've never kissed any of my girlfriends on the mouth.
No.
So I don't know what context it would need to be in.
No.
A drunken I love you so much.
That I think I would find endearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like in front of other people, like at a party or
Yeah.
something where it was just
Okay, here's the context. I'm screaming, kiss, and they kiss.
Then yeah.
Yeah.
If they're like just like
Then
yeah,
they're being good
whatever.
sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Rach and I did do that to these men in Vegas who
Oh
were
my
like fighting
God.
by the pool, and we were like, kiss, kiss, kiss. And they came over and they're like, we're brothers.
Yeah.
And we were like, we'll stop wrestling.
yeah. He didn't, and we were like, then kiss. Like,
Yeah.
what is the problem? Man.
They
That
didn't
was a
like
good
it.
bit.
That was
a
funny.
good bit.
We should start doing that more. Let's
I like
bring it
them
back.
being pissed. We're brothers.
Yeah.
Because maybe they felt like we want to be a good sport, but we're brothers.
Yeah. They're like, we
Yeah,
can't.
I
Yes,
would do
yeah.
it if this was my friend.
Yes, I do anything women ask me, except
Like, we're not homophobic. We're
Yeah.
just siblings.
who. Did I already ask you who you think is the most masculine guy on the show? The most manly man?
We did. I think I would say Ovi.
Ovi.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. I think we started to go through like who we thought was masculine or not. I just need to bring up Anton one more time
Okay.
because I cannot believe he got away with being on the show this whole time.
The whole time.
I cannot believe he was on the show the whole time. The least masculine man in my books.
It's almost like
Even less than Chris.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because I would say, like, in my definition of manly, I would think Chris does not fall into like a manly guy. He falls into like musician.
There's men and then there's musicians. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I completely understand.
Thank you.
It's like Chelsea's friend who's like they want someone butch, they want a musician.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
But I think that Chris to me was more like I found him more attractive.
You found
in his
him more attractive.
masculinity.
You found him more attractive,
Yeah.
Chris, than Anton. So that's why you're calling him more masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah, more manly.
Yeah.
Which comes back to the preference thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Who do you rank, Anton over Chris? Pretend they're both musicians.
I think Chris I would go for
Yeah.
more than Anton.
Yeah.
Because ultimately tall trumps manly.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I no, I don't think I would describe either of them as like manly,
Yeah.
but I think personality wise, and physically, I don't know. Something about Anton is like he's too try hard with the shaving and with everything.
He does he's what we would have called metrosexual back in the day.
Yeah.
He to me reads as like beauty influencer level like maintenance.
Yeah.
Which I think is fine, and I love that he does that and he feels comfortable doing it, and right? And it's like someone for everyone, just not for me.
Yes.
But can't believe he made it on the show the whole time. And truly I don't know that Belle was actually genuinely into him either.
No, I never got like a real connection between them.
They seemed like fun friends.
Yeah.
She did shave his
honestly,
asshole.
Like she
so-
seemed a little mommy to him.
and I'm sure he loved that.
Yeah. But I think they kept him around because I imagine, like, I feel like he must have been, I feel like all the girls saw him as like a safe person to have around in terms of like, he's just a good time.
Yeah.
He's not going to try and I don't know. Like, he just seemed like, oh yeah, we like Anton, but like very friend zone.
Well, it's interesting because I'm like, he's respectable enough. He's like gentlemanly enough, right? To like pass the bar of like, acceptable for them, which is interesting.
Until they all threw him under the bus when he...
Yes. When he gave his number to the cashier at the grocery store.
Well, okay.
Which I'm sure he did that because he's like, hey, I've gotten no play for 6 weeks.
I do feel okay. So this goes also back to that's funny. Sorry. This goes back to them performing masculinity and manliness because I think they all have that going for them at first, where they're like, I'm going to treat a girl well, I'm going to be respectful, and when they're friends with the girls, they can like keep it up. But then when it comes down to like with Anton, with Michael, with Jordan, like when it actually comes down to dating someone, I feel like that mask slips.
Yeah.
And they can't perform anymore.
Yeah.
And they're going to act like boys.
Right.
So it's like maybe a lot of this has to do with age also.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Love Island is just starting to air now. And someone on TikTok, sorry, I don't remember who, but they were like, it's hard to watch 22-year-olds be like, I know what I want. Because you just don't.
No.
And you don't know how to act. And I think that's why when someone like Ovi comes in who's 27 and has experience in the world, Chelsea's slipping off the couch.
He walks over and pulls India out of that damn conversation.
Yeah, like Ovi kind of slipped up for me after the Jordan Anna thing. Like, I think that he got angry in a way that I was like, I don't know that you need to be this frustrated. Like, it was in a way that I was like, you're very cool, calm, collected. So to see him, and like, fair enough to be frustrated. I think to me, it was just like out of character because he is so chilled all the time.
Yeah.
But.
And to me, that's manliness.
That's sexy.
Part of it. That's sexy. Yeah. That's the sexy manliness to
of
me.
being like chilled.
And no, but getting worked up in the right moment and within control, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't like punching walls. Like a younger version of me liked the men who punched walls, but like
A lot to unpack.
whatever. But where it's like he's mad, but it's in defense of his woman. And like, ooh, yeah, that to me was hot.
Okay, Chelsea, to camera, tell Ovi that he's your favorite and that you love him so much.
You're my favorite, and I love you so much. I know you just retired. Congratulations. If you need a little LA tour guide, I got you.
Wow, Maddie.
To Ovi?
To Ovi.
Congratulations on your retirement.
Maddie said, I have a man, Rachel. Why are you doing this to me?
You can say whatever you want to Ovi. Part of me is like, I think we might need a separate episode to just celebrate Ovi.
A pickup game about Ovi.
Yeah. No, but do you have anything you want to say to Ovi?
Oh my
I'll clip it out.
That was
You're awesome.
I'm getting really nervous. Do you have anything you want to say to him?
Ovi, you did a great job. I mean, I hope people who rewatch the season come back and find you because you played it so smooth and so cool. I can't believe you did not get, more play in the villa, even though India and you were coupled up. And I thought that you guys were a very cute couple. And yeah, thanks for being the most masculine man to grace Love Island season 5, ultimately.
Yes. Okay, I'll say, yeah, thank you for being one of the easiest to watch on the show.
Oh my
both
God.
Because you're very attractive.
Yeah.
And because you're a true gentleman. And I think you reacted perfectly in all situations.
In all situations. Yeah. No notes.
No notes.
Is there anyone else we need to rank their manliness? Like there's Joe, Lucy's Joe, who I don't really remember him having a personality. So to me, not manly.
I think very boyish.
Yeah.
To me.
Mm-hmm.
What about Tom? Are you all mouth Tom?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Tom, besides that one moment, I think he didn't like Maura, and I think he felt really forced into a situation that he didn't want to be in.
I agree.
And I think that really screwed him over.
Yeah. I think, that's going to be tough to, I don't know, look like a good guy when your first person you're with is so liked in the villa.
Yeah.
And you're kind of stuck. You're feeling stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck, and then you goofed.
Yeah, then you
goofed big time.
I feel like, he was maybe trying to get in with the guys a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Him, Chris, I feel like they just never like clicked.
Yeah.
With the other guys, which seemed like a big deal to the girls also. If you're not like seeming like you get along with the group.
It is interesting because like that's a thing that we all look for, right? When we date people, is like, can you get along with my friends? Can you get along with whoever? And you're like, well, you actually don't know these people. And you want me to like seamlessly integrate when like there's no other musicians here. How is Chris going to get along with anyone?
And it happens every season. There's always a guy, a girl, whoever on both sides that like just doesn't quite vibe. And you're like, oh, you would have been great maybe on a different season. These just weren't your people.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah. But I think that can also add to if you find someone like manly is like, are they seeming like the beta of a group of guys? Like, have you ever heard, there's like a bunch of TikToks that I would get that's like when you're dating someone and you find out he's the loser of the friend group or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fear.
Yeah, that would suck. And so seeing that, I feel like would give the girls the ick. And I feel like, maybe that's why Chris didn't do so well, even though I did feel like he was really charming.
Yeah, I thought he was lovely.
And then he went on to date Maura.
He did?
Yeah.
After the program?
After Curtis, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for like a year.
Wow. She likes that.
Yeah.
She likes that.
She likes that.
That's good for her. Any other closing thoughts on Curtis's masculinity?
You know, I guess I feel like when I first watched the show, I went from liking Curtis to really disliking him to being like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Then when I would like think about it, I was like, oh, I don't like Curtis at all. Like thinking back on the show, I was like, Curtis, ew. Rewatching to talk about this, I'm like, you know what? I think he's a good guy. And if that's like if that's what Maura is going to find manly, I think that's a good thing to find manly. As opposed to like if she wanted the guy who punches walls.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think it all comes down to preference, but I would say I don't fault Maura for saying that is my closing thought.
That's really well put.
Okay, thanks.
Chelsea?
I think my final thoughts are less about Curtis and more about just the idea of manliness, and that I just don't think it's a word that means nothing, I think, and that we need to use more descriptive words to describe what we mean.
I would say that's what we found in today's ep.
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. Like it's big, I mean, not to get all like whatever, not all Hollywood, but it's because man doesn't mean anything, right? It's because gender is a construct.
Yes,
and so
totally.
ultimately, like manliness doesn't really mean anything. So let's use the words we mean. Do you mean like courageous? Do you mean brave? Do you mean strong?
Chivalrous.
Chivalrous. Like
gentlemanly.
Yeah. Handsome.
Journaler.
Yeah.
Journaler. Musician.
I guess, calling someone manly is almost equivalent to saying something as vague as like, oh, he's attractive. Because like, what does that mean to each person?
Right.
Yes.
You know, that attractiveness is subjective.
Yeah.
Manliness.
So suck
manly,
it, son.
It's like an old school word.
Yeah.
This won't mean anything to Maddie, I know, because you've not watched other seasons. But can I tell you who Curtis dated from All Stars?
Millie.
No.
Oh.
Ekin-Su.
That's why he's going back on these all stars.
Can you
Ekin-Su.
imagine?
Yeah.
Ekin-Su.
Ekin-Su and Davide.
Why do I know the name Ekin-Su?
Because she made a big splash on Love Island UK her season when she crawled on the terrace.
And she had a spin-off show.
Yeah, and she had a spin-off show.
Did you have her in your Dream Blunt rotation?
No.
Oh. Did you mention her at some?
I don't know.
I'm going to look into this.
Look into her.
But Ekin-Su and Curtis.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm sure he loved that. Okay, so he likes brunettes.
And he likes
So we know.
So we know.
he likes like outspoken, like kind of like, you know, Maura like says whatever, kind of vulgar. Ekin-Su
Free
wild.
spirit.
Yeah.
Well, what was interesting, and sorry to bring up this one last thing, but on their final date, Curtis and Maura, he's like, I love that you bring out my younger side. And I'm like, brother, you're already young. What are you talking about? You just dance like an old person. Like, what do you mean? So, yeah, he's got a type. Yeah. Chelsea, why don't we play a little Finger Bang Mary Pie?
Did you have any final thoughts?
Oh, men rule.
Great.
Oh,
Okay.
She was on The Traitors.
Oh, she was on Traitors.
Oh, nice.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing a finger bang Mary Pie. As you know, pie in place of kill, if anyone listening is confused.
If they don't get it, Charles, they gotta unsubscribe.
Yeah. All right.
Well, please don't.
No, please don't.
Okay, sorry.
Rachel's speaking out of her.
Sorry.
I don't know. Not very manly.
No.
Okay.
So
So
we're going to start using that as a general term.
yeah, we're going to do 3 versions of Curtis for this finger bang Mary Pie.
Whoa.
Curtis the dancer. Curtis the boxer. I would like to point out he's only done one official match and he lost. Just so you know. And Curtis the lad. The guy, the new look, the way he's showing up on All Stars.
I think I have a crazy answer locked.
Oh, she's ready.
I'm ready.
I think I have it too.
I'm finger banging Curtis the lad.
Okay, I'm finger banging Curtis the boxer.
Wow. I like his little fuck ass haircut. I think we would listen to like UKG together and then I would be like, let me slap you.
Little fuck ass haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm marrying that guy.
Whoa. You're marrying the
Curtis
lad.
Yeah.
Who are you finger banging?
The boxer.
Okay.
And we're both killing dancer.
I'm marrying the dancer.
You're marrying the dancer.
I'm
Wow,
marrying the
Maddie,
dancer.
way to make an assumption.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello.
I thought we all hated the little salsa.
I hate the little salsa.
salsa.
But when I think about
Wait, can
long-term
you
partnership,
both do that little salsa to camera?
a little Curtis Pritchard for ya. When I think about long-term partnership, it actually is someone like a Curtis who's going to come do a little dance and be lovely to me.
Okay.
I love that for
Lame.
you.
Actually,
you.
you've made a good point, and that sounds nice.
Fuck. And I'm killing Curtis the boxer. I don't think that's your calling. And I think you'll be humiliated by losing many rounds.
I think I'm intrigued. I think like Tommy boxing is attractive.
Yeah.
But I ultimately wouldn't want to marry the boxer, but like we can finger bang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
For one night after a match, after you lost.
Ooh. After you need to redeem yourself and I'm available. Nice.
And then the lad will go to football games together.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah.
All right. Not a bad idea.
I think
Chels?
I'll also marry the lad. I'm in agreement. But I think I'm maybe in a surprise killing the boxer.
Whoa.
I don't like boxing. Your ears get too messed up. I'm not interested. For me personally, if
You have to be able to listen to Chelsea
Yeah.
long term. Yeah.
if that's how you like your ears, that's fine. And I think I'm going to finger bang the dancer because I do think there's some good hip action. I think there's a really good body awareness. And so I think we could have a nice little time.
That's really beautiful, Chelsea. I'm really proud of you. See what happens when you're open to journaling? So good.
Oh.
Guys,
boy.
thanks for listening to this episode. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, rate, review, email us minorleaguereality@gmail.com. Tell us if you would, which version of Curtis you would finger bang marry pie.
And what your thoughts on manly men are, I guess.
Yeah.
Does it exist?
Yeah. Tell us what your type is.
Yeah.
And we will match you with someone. No.
Send us any messages that you want to get to Ovi.
Yeah. I will make a compilation style video.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.